Howdy ho, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode. Hello, players.
Hello. Yeah.
Woo!
Good
We're
evening.
here again. Well done to the Friday crew for killing a halfling, or nearly killing a halfling. That was very nice. Had a lot of fun with that. Today we have a perhaps change of pace. That'll be up to the players. The time is currently, I'd say, about 9 p.m. Dark. Majority of the town have gone to bed. Sickard, sound asleep. Reinhard, Gotts, within the rat hole, enjoying a quiet pint before bed by candlelight. How romantic. Godbert, are you in the tavern or in your shed?
I think I am... What time was it?
About 9 p.m. Way past being dark.
Then he is in the caravan, I think.
In the caravan.
Trying to read a book, although you can't even read, but there's probably some pictures. It's more just meditating on it than anything, and just being a hopeless old man.
Sickard, what do you think you would be dreaming about in a relatively peaceful slumber?
Oh, that's a lot.
Yeah, the usual.
We cannot hear you, Sickard. Or I cannot. Can anyone else?
Nope.
Sorry, that probably didn't help. I was saying that
I don't
that's a
think
lot because there was nothing.
Yeah, there he goes.
There you go.
We heard,
Nope.
I don't think.
He's gone again.
Nothing.
Yeah, I know we can't hear Thor, Captain Defiance. That's what we're currently investigating.
I heard him for a bit, but
I got second in there.
Can anyone hear me?
We
Yes.
can now. Testing.
maybe there's a huge
And now it's gone again.
delay.
Right, while that's being fixed, let's go over to the caravan and establish what's going on there. I'll allow you to do whatever restarting and such you need to, God.
Yeah, I think he needs to relog because the thing is lighting up and then we hear him after.
Godbert.
Yep.
Which caravan are you in? The caravan?
The caravan.
The caravan. What are you up to in the caravan?
Basically, he's just picking up things and imagining that the person living there is his daughter, trying to figure out what kind of person she actually is or was. Well, at this point, he's still thinking is. And trying to remember actually having a daughter. And every now and then looking at the book and just blank staring at it. Maybe Garrett is there, I don't know. The knight.
He would have been there for a bit before wandering off. I'm going to ask for an average perception, a challenging intuition.
An average perception or a challenging
Both.
intuition? Both, okay. Average perception and a challenging intuition. Yeah.
One thing you find that is at least amusing, Godbert, as you sit in the chair that Gilly would often be sat in, is that you look above the door and there is a conveniently placed mirror that angles just perfectly toward another mirror and then outside the caravan.
Well, that's how she did it.
You find a selection of teas. There are a few wigs as well, a small number of disguises, a couple of prosthetic nose, and some wooden teeth within a drawer, as well as jars of not so wooden teeth and other giblets, let's say. I will point that after maybe an hour or 2 hours pass of you sitting there reflecting, you eventually hear a soft voice. I'm going to ask you to make a average willpower roll for me, please. This is just to see how this manifests to you.
Average, you say?
Average. Okay.
Thank you.
You feel relatively calm, and it is a soothing voice, not of Gilda, but of her mother, your suspected partner, wife, even. The two of you are, and I would point to, you can hear your own voices. You can hear your own voice, replying. You do not even need to speak. You're almost sort of listening in on another conversation happening. And she appears to be consoling you. And you are mumbling incoherently back. A mumble that is not entirely unfamiliar. So, I will ask if Godbert adds anything to the conversation himself, or if he simply lets it unfold.
I think that when he first hears it, there will be an Esther, is that you? But then as soon as he hears mumbling from the other himself, I think he will listen.
Okay. The consoling goes on maybe 10 minutes or so, and it truly is consoling. The voice is soothing and calm and trying to almost rouse you to your senses. At least so you imagine.
Well, he doesn't cry.
Good. Across the room from you, you either see two spiritual manifestations of whatever happened, or a memory, or some combination of the two. This caravan has a way of making one's imagination dance around a little bit, but you see two figures. You see yourself and her. She is holding your two hands. Your two are sort of close together, palms embracing each other, and you are in a chair but curled over, rocking ever so slightly. I think you've seen too much for one lifetime. Despite the ethereal nature of this vision, you can see a twinkle from her eye, apparently shedding a tear. We've been putting this off for a little too long. But it's the only thing I know how to do to fix this. What do you think? Does Godbert respond, or does Godbert wait for his own response?
Is she holding anything?
Just his hands. Well, your hands.
I think then that he sort of mumbles. I think you're right.
She staggers for a moment, choked for breath. Coughs very softly just to clear it. It's possibly the cruelest thing I could ever do, and I'm sorry, but this world needs you, and although you won't remember us, we cannot lose you just yet. A time will come where you will be needed. She begins to mutter a language familiar to you, but a spell unknown. Her hands gesture an unusual pattern. A degree of smoke circles around her. The words get louder, louder, until it's almost a singing crescendo, at which point she stops and just taps you between the eyes with a gentle flick. And you watch yourself just fall completely limp. And she exits.
Just before she leaves, I softly call out, Esther.
Let's...
Maybe reach for a bit even, involuntarily.
She pauses.
It's all right.
And she nods before stepping outside. Not just a single tear in her eye now, but many. Now,
Is there a drink on the table somewhere?
yes, there's
Probably.
always a drink on the table. What else would the table be for?
Drinks it all. There is no more drink on the table now.
There is no more drink on the table. Now to more cheery affairs. Sigurd, how goes it?
I think I'm back.
You are back. So, let us answer the question, what would Sigurd be dreaming about? On a stormy night, fire is lit down the stairs, you're within your gorgeous thick quilt.
Not sweating anymore.
Not sweating anymore.
I think most of the time he doesn't have very good dreams. But I think tonight he's just dreaming about being younger, running around his dad's estate, playing Knights and Dragons or whatever with Jody.
Okay. Are we going sort of way back childhood?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Where the hell is... Let's just bring up a little reminder for those that haven't seen your dad in a while. He's watching you play. And cheering you on in amongst calls for you or your brothers to man up.
Yeah. Gary always kicks the crap out of us.
After a little bit of play, he calls you over to him. Hey, man. How you doing, my little soldier?
Gary's just a little too strong yet.
You'll get him. He's gotta stop being such a pussy. Man the fuck up.
puffs his chest out a little bit. Come on. Sort of motions his hand for you to try and puff your chest up like him.
My little birdcage chest.
Roll me an intimidate, please. Challenging. Let's have that roll.
Maybe we'll be giving you a little more chicken. A few more vegetables. Anyway, go and play. Have fun.
And as you turn around to go back to play Sigurd, a different voice is heard. Senor! Senor!
Pull upright.
That's right, you are being shaken by the shoulders.
Senor! Senor! There has been a burglar. We have been broken into, senor.
Hold on. Hold on.
Are you attacking him?
I was gonna punch him, yeah, but I don't have brawling in my list.
You don't have brawling. I mean, you could still try.
What would that be under?
You just roll a weapon skill.
Well, this is not. I don't want to punch him with the sword.
Oh, you just click on your weapon skill on your attributes. It's fine. You could. Okay. Okay.
It was pure reflex, like shaking me out of my sleep. Hey!
So you slap him. Why are you rolling melee fencing? That's cheating. Anyway.
It'd be +3 then,
Yeah.
because it'd take 10 off.
It's fine. So you bolt upright. You just slap him across the face. He looks at you, Senor, and slaps you back in return. Each of you have to take 1 point of damage, I'm afraid. You'll get it back one day, and if you die this session, it's not Santiago's fault, just saying.
Oh.
Senor, there has been a burglar. How did you sleep?
Santiago has been cut in multiple places. He looks like he's been through the wars.
What the hell?
Senor, I have been shouting.
I don't know. Hold on. I'll get up and throw my pants on. What got stolen? Who got in here? How many?
A few chests were open, senor. He was looking for something. I suspect
Just one?
he has found it as he left. It was about 20 minutes ago, senor.
20 minutes ago. Were you unconscious?
A little bit, senor.
You and Fernando need some combat training.
In my defense, senor, he was, how you say, spooky. He had a face like a skull.
Looks like a skull.
Yes, senor.
Alright, get my armor on. Let's go.
Goes to
Send
get all
somebody
your
else to get the
equipment.
guard.
Goes to get all your equipment.
Senor! The rapier. It is gone.
Which one?
The good one. Oh no, the really good one, senor.
Oof. Too many songs. Let's go chill.
Mother.
Curse. Curses!
Yeah.
Shaky fist up to the sky.
No!
I will summon the guard. And the troops.
And the wardens, and the guards, watch.
I am on it, senor.
Runs out of the building. Moments later, we go over to a rat hole tavern that currently has Gotts and Reinhard in there chilling, having a drink. What are you lads talking about?
Oh, catching up against about ponies and horses. I think after that impressive display
and
from
about awful guns that seem to misfire, and taking them apart, trying to figure out what's what's kind of making the trigger so kind of hair.
Roll me a ballistic skill, Gotts. See if you can.
Thing.
have you got more than one
Or
pistol?
you could
'Cause
do a
I'll,
range roll.
I
Range
have many
black powder.
pistols.
Range black powder, please.
Yeah, challenging,
average.
average.
Just
can
to,
I roll one as well for the other pistol?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Sure. So, Gotts, you take one of your pistols quite literally to every piece that it could be disassembled to. Put it back together. Everything is oiled. Everything looks good. You could be pretty confident that this is now fully functioning,
Not drunk.
faultless
Just checking.
pistol. You can't find anything wrong. Maybe it was some dirt in the...
Maybe with some dirt, we'll just never know. Well, hopefully, fingers crossed, doesn't happen again.
That would be really unfortunate, and probably not very likely, given that...
I didn't know what to do with my pistol. I just sort of push it back over the table. I'm a crossbow man.
Okay. Bursting in the door at this point is a frantic-looking Astalian. Fernando. Not Fernando, sorry. Santiago.
Signors, it is, Sigurd has had his rapier stolen.
Oh, not these thieves again.
It was given to him by the theogenist. We are all going to die.
Who stole it?
A terrible masked man who was very proficient with a dagger.
When did it happen?
About 30 minutes ago, I think.
And where?
In the manor.
Right.
Take us.
Let's go.
All right. Suivez-moi.
Leave away.
It's not even freaking Spanish, but never mind.
Jennifer Lopez. ¿Qué tal? Hola, guapa.
As he's walking out, he is also swearing in Astalian as much as he can. I can't do that. I have no idea what they do to swear.
Jennifer
me
Lopez. Taco, chocolate kisses.
Santa Verena, probably something like that.
Yep. Okay, so quickly, everyone now rushes back over to the office. Let's go for some mild drama music. Gotts, Reinhard, Sigurd comes down the stairs, fully kitted out, armour, the works. Godbert, someone also went to go and fetch you, which I assume you jump in on the action.
Yeah, I probably saw them coming through the mirror I discovered.
Senor, what is the plan?
Reinhard,
Yeah,
how's your tracking?
pretty good. If he's not got far, I can track him. Which way, Santiago?
I will ask the guard. I was, how you say, sleepy.
You got knocked out.
I was gonna say, did they just cut him up whilst he was sleeping? Just to slice him a few times?
He slashed me before he knocked me out. And then he knocked me on the head.
Where did it look like they came in from?
I do not know.
No, I mean, like looking around, did they come in through a window, a door?
We'll have a look. I'll start having a look around the house, see if I
Yep.
can see any signs of
no
entry
roll
or exit?
needed. There is a window that has been like taken off of the bolt. It's been unlatched, I should say, and has been pushed too, but is currently still flapping very softly in the wind.
I'll go over that way. Can I see tracks?
What do you have for tracking?
Outdoor
Outdoor survival, I assume.
navigation or outdoor survival.
Let's just go with perception. Let's keep it average perception here.
Let's go for that.
Difficult to tell because there are quite a lot of footprints here. And a few hoof prints.
Prints. Okay, I'll definitely tell the guys I see hoof prints.
Bit of a
How big?
jumble. About the size of a horse.
Okay, fine. Just checking.
It wasn't a trick hoof.
No, okay.
Or
I'm just not used to
too.
seeing hoof prints unless it's near the stables.
I mean, there are creatures in this world that have giant hooves. So
Yes.
Yeah.
always
We fought a
pays
lot of
to
them.
be, yeah. And there are beastmen with small hooves. So actually, it was a very smart question. It could have been Ungor.
The Ungor, yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, absolutely. Santiago bursts in with a couple of guard.
Senor, these two guard, they say they saw a man in a dark cloak leave from the southern exit.
Man in a duck cloak?
Yes, he was on a horse.
Explains the hooves he left out this way.
Si, senor.
Yeah. We only know 2 people with horses right now.
Can we go and get the horses?
You
Start
can.
tracking?
You can indeed. What's the plan?
I'll certainly go and get Darkfire.
Okay.
Suggest Gotch comes with me and gets Tony the pony and an extra 2 or 3 horses.
Sicard,
Yeah, let's do it.
your cart has a couple normally, so you unattached from your cart, they could be freed up.
Yeah, I guess that's what I'll have to do.
Or you can take the cart.
Yeah.
Bit slower,
Hold
but
on! Where's my chariot?
yeah. Well, you don't have a coach driver now. You've got a GOTS something.
Oh, he's still my coach.
It technically is still a coachman. But anyway, okay. You run, you grab your horses, your steeds. How's Godbert feel about horses?
Oh, he's got fairly good animal handling skills, but riding is not his thing.
Well, you can get on the back with me because
Look.
I don't have animal skills, but I can ride. Rapidly.
You know how long it's been since I've been on a horse?
Yeah, me too, boy.
Yeah.
Won't catch him on foot. If he's gone on horse, we have to catch him on horse.
Look, Siggy, I'll just piggyback with you and just try not to knock me off.
Well, it's been a while since I've done this.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll get him settled up.
All right.
So we'll go to the south and follow the horse footprints. I'm assuming they're fairly easy to track, even this late at night.
Apparently, they're going to ambush us outside of town. The whole village.
Yeah. Well, they're still there from the meeting. They're just having one without you. There you go. It was all a dream. Okay.
That's why he has nightmares all the time.
You head to the southern gate, and a couple of guard there look sort of flummoxed, inform you that this person didn't stop at all, just completely barged through, and they drew weapons, but it seemingly and completely uncaring, just steamrolled through, even parrying one of the blades that they tried to put in front to block their exit, and they headed down south. The road forks eventually at 2, but That is not for a little while. So, let's have some ride tests. Are we trying to go as fast as humanly possible?
I certainly will. Yes.
I
To try
figure
and
the
catch.
two
Yeah,
horsemen
happy to
will.
try
I
and
will.
keep pace, but we don't have experienced riders or group, so I think we'll just try and keep a fair pace.
I'll catch up.
Are you sure? Well, see that we
a bit
can potentially we can
faster.
do 2 parties, so we can ride ahead and just follow our trail.
Yeah.
That sounds like a good idea. My
Okay.
Right.
arse is already killing me.
Sigurd, an average ride, and Reinhard and Gotts a challenging. You're not going to fall off if you fail. It's just to see how fast you go.
Passed.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't believe I
Let
passed.
me reroll. Yeah, let's reroll that.
I'm riding pretty quick. With +3.
Okay.
And he's had a big lunch.
Little bit faster than Tony the Pony, but not too far behind Gods. You sail down south, and I will say about 30 to 40 minutes pass of you simply heading on down a fairly straight road running parallel with the river. Eventually, you arrive at the fork. One side goes to Bogenhafen, the other to Yetenberg. Now, at this point, you do not need to roll a perception test because you see a large amount of smoke coming from Yetenberg. You don't know what it signifies, but there is also a very soft, fiery glow to the town. A little bit more than just night candlelight, let's say. It illuminates the sky a degree of red above it.
Definitely going to take my attention, but I think what I'll do is I'll. What type of a road are we on at the moment? Are we on this sort of brick road, or is this a dirt path?
A little bit more dirt now. This is a slightly less kept piece of road.
Okay, good. I'm gonna get off the horse at the fork and check out the tracks to see where the horse has gone. I know it's certainly taken my attention. The the smoke.
Okay. I will ask you for an average perception.
Quite dark.
That is difficult, and it is dark. I will say that there are tracks in both directions.
I'm gonna wait until Gotts gets to me and tell him what I
Point
see.
it out. I will allow Gotts a separate roll for average perception to see if he can make anything. Meanwhile, Sigurd and Godbert are coming up behind at a reasonable pace.
No.
Very
Hoof
dark.
prints everywhere.
Yeah.
Sigurd and Godbert arrive.
Suggest we just go to Yetenberg at this point. I say the tracks are everywhere. We can't see which way it went. Yetenberg, obviously there's something going on.
Yeah.
Average.
Average. Okay.
Ooh, God, you're on top of it.
Yeah, Sigurd. You see a few tracks that are unusual to you because they imprint less than the weight of a horse should. They're very light imprints, and yet they are clearly over the top of others. Odd, you think to yourself. Godbert, having had your attention drawn to this and investigating, there is a degree of smoke emanating from these hoof prints. Only you would notice. It is slightly more within your realm. It sort of hisses very softly with the mud.
Which way they headed?
Yetenberg.
Yeah, Yetenberg. Go. Copper, what'd you see?
I see someone's in a hurry and definitely going that way.
Well, when they take off to go up ahead, I'm gonna ask him if he noticed that the hoof prints were a lot lighter than they should have been.
Yeah. Boys, when you see him, my suggestion is to shoot on sight.
As I'm jumping up on my horse and starting riding away, I just catch that. Sort of hold up my hand like, yep, got it.
Okay. And so, you move forward toward Yetenberg. It's probably half an hour away. You can see it off in the distance. The question is, how fast do you go?
Again, are we happy to split groups?
I've
I'm
already
gonna have to
started
go.
galloping off.
He's ready off.
Yeah, in that case, I'll come and join.
Challenging
Try
to
and
keep
catch
up
up.
with him, Gots. And Sicard, are you going slower pace, or are you...
Yeah. I'm not a
average
good
for you.
rider, and I've got an extra person on my back.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Takes
Yeah.
you a while to get put back on the horse. You don't have any help this time.
Mars balls! Oh, you're lucky that the road is muddy. Oh.
Oh, no, no better. Sorry.
Okay.
Just let me look, Horsey. This is a stubborn horse. Oh, that's the wrong way. Wrong one, anyway. Oh, my ride skill's the same, so.
Fair enough. Okay. Well, you'll be a little bit delayed. Reinhard, you will be first on scene. Gots will be seconds behind, but you will have enough time for a tertiary look around. As you get closer to Yetenberg, Reinhard, it looks like a number of the buildings are on fire. There is a lot of smoke. Filling the air, in fact. Very
What do
difficult
I
to
see?
knock off. What do you see?
So I must be quite close if the smoke is in my
You can see that...
mouth already.
Yes. Let's say 50 yards.
Really close. Okay.
So close enough to get a good eyeful. The wall makes it difficult to see the entirety of the inside, but the most peculiar thing perhaps is that you don't hear too much in the way of screaming or commotion.
Can I see flames? Like is this already burnt down, and therefore I can't hear anything because everyone's gone?
Burning.
So it's still burning, but there's no
Yeah.
voices.
Maybe some buildings have finished burning down, but
So towards the end of a fire, okay. I'll start slow from a gallop to a trot. Wait for Gots to catch up and head towards the front gate, but keep my distance so I can see what's in there. It's very strange. So there's nobody. I'm not in any urgency to get in there because I can't hear any screams. There's no people to save that I can hear.
okay. Gots arrives behind after you stand still and observe the oddity here.
Yep. So, I mean, interesting. Any kind of sign of evacuation? Any sign of life whatsoever?
From outside, and bearing in mind there is a wall, so it is difficult to see the actual sort of pedestrian foot traffic. You'd have to go through the gatehouse to really see inside. But on the outside, you certainly don't see caravans leaving or groups of people gathered outside the walls.
Right.
Just,
I think it's
was this the town earlier where they would burn people?
Yes.
Okay.
Yetenberg, yeah.
I forgot. Yeah, I forgot the name.
Yes. Big, fat, tubby leader who likes
Oh, yeah.
his
Yep.
pies, and
They burn people that talk.
and they burn people that talk. Indeed.
So
Okay.
I think it's kind of a pretty good shout to kind of tie the horses up outside the kind of gates and going on foot.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Yeah, find somewhere safe for the horses. Hopefully Sigurd and Godbert would have actually got on their horse by this time.
If my rapier wasn't safe in my house, nothing's safe.
Okay. Marvelous.
True. Yeah.
Sigurd arrives, Godbert included, and you tie up
Covered in
your
mud.
horses. Off in the Schwabbery.
Yeah, somewhere quite hidden, but definitely not. Definitely not near the flames, so they couldn't burn by accident. Outside
Okay.
the wall, I'd say.
Okay. Right. So, you head through the gatehouse.
Head in, crossbow drawn, looking, listening actually
Yeah.
as well.
Oh, my shield and my old rapier out.
Yep, all
Okay.
3 pistols loaded.
You are greeted with what looks a little bit more like a wasteland. Please ignore 8-sided stars and pictures of Myrtle.
Oh God!
Yeah, they're there,
ignore
but
the-
they're
yeah,
just
all right.
spiky things on sticks.
For the greater good.
What you do see, as you step inside, a couple of figures shambling around. One of them on fire, still shambling.
Are my eyes playing tricks on me? What in the hell is going on in here?
Okay. So on fire, sort of shuffling along. I don't like this.
10 seconds
Bye.
pass before the person drops to their knees, to their hands on the floor, and they seemingly perish.
Any noise?
No. There's perhaps 10 others that you can see around the sort of peripheries. Not any in your immediate vicinity, but all shambling.
Is there one close?
To an alley off to your side, yes.
The shambling like
Drunk.
Sort of shuffling, moving slowly.
I don't suggest we get close to them. They're not noticing us. They're not even paying attention.
No, but they're not making any noise. That's
That's
what's
heartening.
odd.
But
So are they like the rat that Gott's found? You know, are they the dead things that are not quite dead yet?
I mean, other ones kind of burn and singe on the floor. They still move in, twitch in.
A little bit.
I think it's kind of a case of should we go over and try and examine a few of them?
Is there one that's dead around us? A body that's on fire, or burnt or crisped?
Oddly, no. Only corpse you see that is not moving starts moving again. The one that had fallen down, burning. In a rather crispy, flaky manner, the limbs still twitch, pieces of muscle and flesh falling off. The flame gradually sort of seems to extinguish itself, leaving a charred sort of husk, but one that does not seem entirely lifeless.
You know what? Looks like somebody finally got a good idea and burned this cursed place down.
nobody deserved this. We're
I think we'll go back to the tracking. I don't fancy just walking aimlessly through here.
stay away from the locals if they don't seem right.
Yeah.
Right.
Don't get close.
Reinhard, average perception, please. As you're near the gatehouse, anyone going in here, you would be able to look for hoof prints. Actually, it would be slightly easier than average, because the ash that is falling on the ground from all of the fire does make the footprints slightly more visible, and there are some hoof prints heading directly down the central alley.
Does it look like they're going straight to the manor house?
Yes.
That's exactly where I thought they were going. So yeah, I'm already on the walking that way, keeping my head on a swivel.
Yeah, let's keep together, the four of us, and not make any noise.
I'll go in front.
Okay. You take a very...
I think I'll tell them a few hand signals if they don't know already. That I would have learnt probably with the Tal when I was out with them.
Yep. Okay, let's...
And just yeah, move slowly as a unit, making sure that we don't get near any of these things.
Okay. Okay. So, are you doing a stealthy approach, or just a cautious approach?
I don't think I can stealthy.
I don't think we're very stealthy with the armor that Sigurd and I've got. So I think just they don't seem to notice us, right? As we walk past, we're trying to avoid them. So if something's walking across our path,
yep,
then what we'd do is we'd stop, wait for it to go past. So I'd say just walking cautiously.
Okay.
Not stealthy.
Okay.
Looking around and keeping clear of them. We don't want to.
Bert, I'm slightly more disturbed by what's going on here. I'm wondering if somebody stole that because they needed it.
Well, I think you're right about that. They only took that and they're moving here with it, so yeah. This all doesn't bode well. I have a bad feeling about this.
Yeah, the hackles on my neck are standing up right now.
Okay.
Well, I mean, keep your weapons drawn.
You push onwards, weapons drawn. At the moment, the majority of these creatures still, all people, do not pay you much notice. But some moments later, up ahead, is a horse. And there is someone just that you catch a glimpse of stepping into a building. A dark, cloaked figure.
Yeah, let's move up.
Who was going first? Sigurd, you were going first.
Hello, I'm up first.
You're signaling us to go in, are you?
I'm already going in defensive stance or whatever is gonna happen, so I got my shield up. I'm pushing through.
Okay. They do not seem to pay you any notice, as it was I'd say the other side of a fairly long strip, and with you treading relatively softly, there at least was no obvious indication they're aware of your presence. However, as you go to enter the building, Godbert, Sigurd,
Yes.
both of you feel uneasy.
I think we just both kind of stop and look at each other, and then look back at the house, and then look at each other and look back at the house again. I'm not liking this.
I'm not liking this at all. Gives me a headache. And he rubs his eyes. There we go.
Okay. What you can see around you, Godbert, is perhaps something you may not have witnessed before, or if you have, be so long ago that maybe only old Godbert would remember. The winds that you notice are most certainly plural. You see two separate magics at work here. The two winds snake and weave around each other, intermittently colliding, bouncing off of each other before dancing and then again sort of clashing together. In terms of the dead, when you look at the individuals walking around, you can, let's say, see a faint outline more so of who they were. Face seems to illuminate itself to you, almost as if these are walking spirits, or if the spirit is still loosely attached to them. Every now and again you see the spirit and the body sort of disconnect. Occasionally the spirit tries to stop the body, trying to grab a hold of it, wrestle even, but most of the time just flailing as their limbs pass directly through what you assume was their former body.
Be very careful, boys. Expect the unexpected and the weird. But that goes without saying.
I just start going through my Sigmarite prayers as I start walking towards the house again.
Wait a minute. You still have that hanger?
Hanger?
Think, the pendant I gave you, the rabbit's foot. Yeah, let me just rub it a bit. Well,
All right.
I think
feel the
it'll be
hairs
all
come
right.
off.
I feel like the fur falls off.
Yeah,
Stop rubbing my foot so much.
yeah. Well, then get on.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll approach up to the door, just kind of mumbling prayers to myself.
Okay.
Look backwards and down from where we came, just checking that nothing's coming up behind us that isn't one of the dead. Well, one of the slowly walking bodies. Keeping
Okay.
my eyes peeled.
What's
and,
the marching order?
focusing forward.
What is the marching order, gentlemen?
I'll be up front.
Teilhard in the front.
And
Yeah,
I'll be in
let's
the
go
back.
rear. Oh, okay, I'll go mid then.
Godbert. Okay.
Yep.
We have ourselves our formation. Marvellous.
Does
So-
does the manor look pretty beat up too?
The manor is a little way further ahead. But no. It's not on fire, at least.
But all the other buildings are?
About a third of them, maybe. It's spreading. It feels like it will be a good portion of them before long. It really doesn't like my tension playlist. That's fine. We'll just go for... Okay, we won't go for music. I will, however, put you into position. Was it Gots in the rear? Forgive me.
No, Ryan.
No, I
in
was
the
mid,
back.
so yeah, happy
I
where
am
I
on
am.
another screen. Okay. You step into the building, which leads to some stairs. Down the stairs, up ahead, you see this cloaked figure, again leaving via a tunnel, up some stairs. But in front of you, something more imminent. A small cluster of these dead are facing you. And, gentlemen, we are going to roll initiative. And to
So
forgive
these
me,
guys are different to the ones before. They've actually. Did the other ones have weapons?
some holding things, some not, I would say.
Oh, okay, all right. Yeah.
Right, bear with a second while we roll all the buttons. Okay, click, click, roll all the things. All the dice and things. Sigurd, you're up first. What's the plan?
They're just standing there, they're not approaching.
No, they are approaching, just very slowly.
They're taking up the whole alleyway. to get to the
You
room
could
maybe.
try and just brush past them. It would be an option. It's 4 in total. Each of them a withered-looking corpse, but an animated one.
All holding weapons.
Holding something they could hit you with.
Okay.
Not necessarily a bill, but a spear or a cleaver.
Sigurd, what are you doing?
I'm gonna go in a defensive stance.
Okay. Righto. I will note as well that technically fear is part of this encounter, just for reference. Sigurd, can you roll me a cool test, please? Challenging, just to see if you overcome your fear on your turn. Okay, not quite. You don't run away, but you simply are still subject to fear. So if one of them charges you, you would have to make that roll again. Right, let me just add the condition onto everyone before I forget. And so we have... that's right, not Godbert yet. Godbert.
Yes.
Wrapping itself around one of the beams. A slow, lumbering individual with a nice shiny billhook swings it toward you. We're not giving him a charge, but I am going to ask you to make a cool test to see if you feel like staying.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Cool.
Okay.
Well,
you definitely weigh up your options, I guess. But decide to stay. Let's have your opposed roll, please.
What should I do? I'll just use this one. Ooh, bad choice.
Okay. Sticking with?
Yeah.
Roll. It's only 8 damage. Okay. Can I have a easy endurance test, please, Goblet?
There we go.
Zombie went to
Easy.
market.
Easy,
please.
easy. Oh no.
Oh dear.
If only I had already taken that talent resistance disease.
Yeah, that would help. That would help.
Yep, reroll. There we go. I don't want any horrible stuff.
Yeah, you probably don't. Roll good, Godbert.
Yep.
Roll good. You are alive. Now, Godbert, you're up.
This dude is right in front of me, so there we go. Whack.
Okay. Let's see how he does. He's got an SL. He's got a... Where's your advantage? 1.
Why do I have minus 10? Oh, because of the...
Should have been removed, but...
Then then I have minus 4.
Minus 4.
Still
a successful parry from a zombie.
Yep.
Oof. Given that the audio is going completely bananas, let's take a 5-minute bio. I'll restart the software and kick it in the nuts. And we'll find out what happens with Gotts. I think he's probably about to pull a pistol.
How did you know?
Oh,
You're gonna bring all the
dear.
zombies to us. Haven't you ever watched any movies?
We'll see you in 5 minutes, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. And we have drama, we have music, we have a
Crisps.
wonky... We've got snacks. Gods. You are up, buddy. What are you doing?
Oh, wonderbar. Yeah, put up a sword, defensive position.
Okay. Roll me a cool test, please. Challenging.
Okay.
So
Ooh.
to remove that spicy fear condition. Because, you know, it will be fairly
So
tempting to
cool.
run away. Okay, no longer scared.
Cool as a cucumber.
Right. Now, the question is, who's up next? Reinhard. What are you up to, bud?
Cool. I'm going to start with a cool test.
Yep. Get rid of that condition if you can.
Try.
No.
I'll
Okay.
reroll that. Why I'm opposing the zombie, I have no idea.
He is targeted by you, which is probably why.
Yes.
Okay.
I
You are
rerolled my cool test.
specifically not scared of that zombie.
Good.
So, what's your plan, Reinhard?
Well, I'm going to target this zombie and shoot it with my silent crossbow.
The one. Okay. So you're really close, but it is fighting Godbert. I will
Yeah.
give you a. I mean, you're basically point blank, so you can just take a plus 40 in total, but you won't hit Godbert. That's the good news.
Yeah. Easy roll.
Not your finest hit, but still a hit.
missed it.
Yeah.
Not my finest hit, no.
Okay.
I think I'm trying to lean round instead of like charging it. What I should have done is I sort of leaned round Godbert. Maybe I got took by surprise and sort of really didn't want to hit him.
Okay.
So I shot this thing in the leg.
Yeah. You successfully pin it, though. And a reasonable chunk of damage is done as it almost sort of fumbles back on itself back to the floor, God, but you may have just had your bacon saved.
I am
Yeah.
going to stash my crossbow in my new leather holster at the back.
Stashing crossbow confirmed. Sickard, can you go ahead and roll me a cool test, please, as one zombie approaches.
Challenging.
Challenging. Unless you were readying your cool test instead of your weapon, but I think you were readying a weapon.
Oh,
So.
there.
Okay. You will have...
Can I roll under 50 today, please?
No.
Nope.
Corruption
I can't.
test? Corruption test reroll? Like, it's really...
Nope.
No? Okay, cool.
No fish frog.
Yeah, okay. We're just going to go ahead and give you a broken condition. Which means... I believe... Perhaps Godbert can clarify this with me. I believe you have to simply dodge if you have a broken condition.
The only thing you can do is run away, I think.
Yeah.
But you have to remove the fear because it's now resulted in Well, I don't know. That's weird to me, but
Fair. Well, we can do that. Okay.
Does it change anything because he's in defensive stance? Like, I'm guessing it doesn't because he was just
No.
defending his...
No, unfortunately, if you've lost the fear test, you basically are committed to running. So I'll allow you a
Yeah.
dodge, Sickard.
yeah, he can dodge. But let's see. I'll
I
look it up.
will allow you a dodge for now. But I mean, hey, it's a zombie. I mean, maybe you will die. We'll find out soon. And the zombie didn't hit you because it's a dick, and that will be 1 damage on your arm. But I will ask for an easy endurance test, please. Oh, no.
Let's see. I bet
10
I'll roll another 95.
10
Let's see.
damage. Right, there we go. A little chunk. Come on with the good rolls.
Oh, you said easy? Shit.
Yeah, easy.
I passed
But
it.
you're fine.
I passed it.
You're
That's
fine.
plus 7 or 8.
Okay. Right, and we move on. For some reason, it doesn't think the combat's going on, so I now have to do this manually, I guess. But that's fine. Zombie, got zombie. One is charging you, and it is taking a swing.
Okay, so what do I get for defensive? Okay,
Plus 20.
Advantage, don't I?
Yeah,
Cool,
if you're
cool,
rolling the
cool.
weapon.
Okay, so that'll be, so what?
You could just call it an average test for your weapon.
Average test, yeah, okay. Oh, average dodge or average test, sorry.
You don't have to dodge because you passed your cool test, so you can actually try and use your weapon.
Wonderful. Yeah, give me 2 secs if I can re-equip it. Sorry, because we reloaded Foundry. Yeah, wonderful.
No worries. Let's have that spicy melee basic. Not bad. 10 SL. I'll take that. An easy defense for you as the zombie comes in, flopping and flailing its withered arms. Simple job to parry it to one side. Last zombie. Small room. It's going on you again, Gots. Sorry, bud.
No
this
worries.
time it will have a plus 20 to its roll. As they do
Cheeky bitch.
technically outnumber you. And, oof. -5 again. One more roll for me now, Gots.
Yeah, challenging average.
I believe it would now go down to challenging.
Challenging.
Because you've readied your skill and you've rolled it. Oof.
Let's just
You
re-roll
do
that.
win, but it's a fumble. So it's up to you.
Nah, that's alright, I'll keep it.
Okay, you lose your next move. As you stumble awkwardly trying to get out of the way of this zombie, you do. You avoid it. Sicard, a cool test, please. Or you can use a resolve simply to remove the broken condition and decide you're going to continue fighting.
What did you say, cool again? What was it?
You can roll a cool test for me. Technically speaking, you have to run away, then do the cool test. But we're just going to do it the other way around for now. And you rolled a natural 1.
Oh.
So I will give you, for your natural 1, I will give you a, I've changed my mind, maybe I want to fight, have an action as well. So,
Too kind of you.
otherwise I'll get it in the ear for the rest of the week.
No, it's not you. Moo Man, I'm looking at you.
As Sigurd was sort of running
Alright.
towards him, I just sort of like stared him
What-
down, as if to go, what are you doing?
Let's have your roll.
It's just
Challenging.
Do I need to take my my -10 off of there now?
Yeah, remove that. It likes to keep it for whatever reason.
Whoa,
Okay.
big hit.
11.
I think I
Minus
might have
5.
said something to inspire him.
Okay. That is one zombie on the floor. We'll just do that for now. A successful swing. He was
At least it's
not quite a death blow, unfortunately, because you were already engaged. God, but you're about to be swung at by a zombie that does not have any advantage anymore.
Is his leg pinned to the floor?
Yeah. Ooh.
Okay, so
But
he's swinging from the floor.
He's swinging his bill hook, though, at maximum reach towards Godbert. Plus 1
I
SL
think
to beat
it
Godbert.
keeps the negative for fear because it lasts until end of turn or something.
Maybe.
Or end of round or whatever.
Okay.
Combat, yeah. I think the staff will give me a slight advantage, hopefully. You know what? Dang it. That's
There you
better.
go. That'll do it. Okay, successful defense, 1 advantage for you. Okay, congratulations. Godbert, you're up.
Well, there's one thing I hate, it's fucking zombies. Get back into your graves, you motherfuckers! Something like that.
Wait,
pretty sure your buddy wasn't Ash from Evil Dead.
Yeah. I mean, that was the other guy. I'm still having the sight thingy.
yep.
So I'm shouting that particularly at the ghost entities surrounding the zombies or something. Where for lols.
Okay. Go gadget zombie. All right. You knock it square on the head, and it goes down, falling to the floor
Stay dead.
in a
Poked it in
muddle
the eye.
of bones and flesh. Although it is still wriggling, Godbert. Same to you, Sicard. On the floor, still moving. Gots, you're up. You currently have 2 dead things on you. Gots AFK. Reinhard, you're up.
Oh,
What's the plan?
I will pull out my light hand weapon and my buckler. And charge, not target. And charge this one over here.
Okay. Gave you your 1 advantage for shooting. Remember to tick your charging box.
Yeah.
And swing away.
And I will go and swing.
Okay. So is this a sword? Short sword you're going in with? I can never
This
remember.
is with a light hand weapon.
A light hand weapon.
So it will be a sword of
You're
some
a blade
sort.
wielder, I would imagine.
It's just a generic hand weapon. So.
All right, thanks for ruining all narration. This is a 7 damage hand weapon, jeez. Okay. Technically.
And I say as I'm charging in, I say, these are probably the easiest things we're going to fight tonight. Or today. What time is it for there?
It is night. It is probably coming up midnight. And as
Yeah.
you say that this is probably the easiest thing you're going to fight, amazingly, the zombie twists its torso to maneuver its arm and parries your blade to the side.
Brilliant.
Wrecked.
Yeah.
Gots, are you there? No Gots? No Gots. Okay, Gots is going to be attacked.
And he can't defend.
I tell you what, we'll go for the zombie that you just charged, Reinhard. That's going to attack you first.
Okay, I'll do an opposed before I BRB.
Yeah, let's... 1 roll against you there. Some pretty decent rolls for zombies. And let's have your whatever you're going to roll. Yeah, Gots lost his move. He didn't lose his action, though. Okay. Successful defense. You can gain yourself 1 advantage again. No Gots, I assume.
We said BRB, but
Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and attack him with a zombie. We'll find out what happens when he gets back. And we'll just go ahead and roll him a dodge. There you go. Congratulations, Gots.
he's fine.
You successfully defended. Right, we'll come back to Gots' turn when he gets here. So in the meantime, we have Sicard. You're up. In front of you on the floor is a writhing corpse that is trying to get back up again.
I'll, I don't know, stab it in the head or stomp on its head and stab the one behind it.
I will give you a choice of coup de grace-ing this with several stabs or attacking the other one. But,
Yeah, I'll finish the one off that's on the ground trying to get back up.
okay. For narrative fluff, I tell you what, roll me a very easy melee attack against it. This is for finesse, let's say. As this is going to take quite a few stabs, you suspect. Reasonable. In the head, rapier goes clean through each eye socket individually, again through the mouth, just for good measure.
Die! Die!
With enough holes in its head, eventually it stops moving. And
Why won't you die?
Gobbet, in front of you, the zombie stands back up again. Doesn't attack. But it's your go now. Gobbet?
I think I will do... this, and then this.
One of those,
Roll
one
low.
of those.
No.
Oh, it doesn't have to make a roll. Never mind. Okay. It is
Oh,
entangled.
no, it's not.
No?
Casting failed. I need 3 successes, but I wanted to. Never mind. This is what happened.
Fair enough. That's what we'll go with. We are on Gotts again. Gotts? We're on Reinhard. Reinhard.
I'm gonna hit it.
Whack it again. Gotts will have like 5 attacks in a second. But for now...
Same zombie.
Yeah, swing away. Okay. You win 11 damage clean to the body. Ah, it's so nearly dead. It's actually on 1 wound.
Just hacking away at the moment.
So I'll say you tear a few chunks out of this former person's chest. Their eyes are completely glazed over and shift their attention toward you. Not even in pain, just in recognition that they've been hit by you. And we'll skip now to them attacking you back. Okay.
Oh, this should be an easier
Minus
pose.
8 to beat. Yeah, minus 8 to beat. This thing, having just been sliced in the chest, is near enough useless now. You're on 3 advantage. There we go. 3 advantage for you. And I think that puts us back on. I'm going to attack Gotts again. We'll see how this works. Come on, zombie. Okay. And that is for being AFK. Oh, there we go. He's back. Gotts, you have 2 attacks to make as you've missed 2 rounds. Gotts, what are you doing?
Going to make 2 attacks against the nearest to me and Reinhardt.
Okay. Yep, remember to target. That one is nearly dead, having been stabbed in the chest several times by Reinhardt. It's
wonderful.
Hanging on by a thread.
Challenging or average, it's 3 to 1.
You will be, because you've got another one engaged with you. There's no advantage. Yeah, it's just normal.
Yeah, cool. Okay.
Okay, let's see how he does it in response. -4. Well, you win, and that will be enough to put that one on the floor. It will need a coup de grace.
Yep, so happy to do that. Last attack, coup de grace.
Next attack.
Or can I use that as an action?
You could attack the other one, or you can coup de grace this one.
Let's coup de grace.
Coup de grace. Okay. And can you roll me a very easy attack, please? Just to measure your coup de grace. Also to see if you fumble.
You landed in an open mouth.
All is okay. All is okay. And then I'm kind of lost as to where we are. Ah, that's right. You were being attacked. You're going to have like 4 advantage now, though. So this zombie is going to swing wild. We're going to give the zombie a reroll. There you go. Oh, 62. Okay, you got -5 to beat. Let's go while you easily make that roll. Let's go to Sigurd and see what he's up to, having coup de grace this zombie next to him. Sigurd, what are you up to?
I'll charge the one on Gottbert.
Okay. You're going to have a +20 plus your advantage, so yeah, have fun squishing it. That's its defensive roll, -1 to beat. Sigurd?
Yeah, sorry.
Okay. Easy blow. Bop it.
That should be plus. Is that right?
Either way, it's enough for it to go down.
Yeah.
Damage doesn't matter at that point. And it falls to the floor in a heap. With the 2 of you there, it's a simple case, Godbert, of just smacking it as many times as you need. Or whatever else needs to be done. I will say Gots and Reinhard both just make me an attack with your with plus 20 against this last zombie to see how quickly you can mop it up. I don't suspect anything bad is going to happen here, but we will find out. That'll do. That'll do. Okay, yeah.
How is Gods rolling at 121?
Nice. I think that he must have gone for a very easy.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, sorry, it was on the coup de grace one, wasn't it?
That's fine. So that's still going to be enough to take it down. The dead are truly dead.
Is there anything behind us?
No,
As I reload my crossbow.
but there is the sound of blades clashing.
Right. I'm gonna ask Sighard to lead us on.
Hey, Gottbert, you want to take a look at my arm real quick?
Yeah, hang on. Oh, let's take a look there. Does this hurt?
Yeah. Stop sticking your finger in the open hole.
Okay, well,
Oh, God, I hate it when you do that. Thanks, I feel better.
yeah, well, at least it won't infect.
Sure. All right, and then I'll start walking to the house.
Hang on, gotta take care of my leg. Well,
Oh,
At least it won't
dear.
get infected.
Oh dear.
Screw
Okay.
you, Foundry.
Now, for reference, it's still nighttime, but I've turned the screen filters off because they typically are what ruin the audio. So, should fix the audio issues, but it's nighttime. It's a lot darker than it looks. This is how a dwarf sees the world when it's nighttime. Okay.
well,
It's-
also it's
Must be
it's
nice.
burning, so
Yeah, exactly. There's lots of natural, healthy light now. Right.
Nice orange glow.
stuff is in flames.
Are we to ignore the pointed sticky star thing again?
There are still no pointed sticky stars. Now,
Okay.
the question
Aw.
is-
Just checking, just checking.
yeah, they still don't apply. We can also reset all advantage.
Our Lord and Savior.
Right. You do not need to make a perception roll. In front of you is a few things happening at the moment. That figure you were chasing, you seem to have quick feng shui, actually. Doink. In front of you, and clashing, are two forces, as far as you can tell. You make me a quick, challenging perception roll, please. I wonder if it's the dice that break the audio. I'm just going to turn music off for a bit because it's being a dick. Unless I try one of the other playlists. Right, there we go. So, Sighard, you notice something that catches your eye. It seems to be skeletons against zombies. Rather unusual, but that seems to be the theme. There are a couple of figures that are more pronounced than others that are cleaving through these forces. What action are you taking, if any?
Skeletons fighting zombies.
Yes.
I'm gonna ask him if he can see the hooded figure. Because I think Sighard was entering first.
Sighard, you can. You can see him wielding your rapier. Lunging it into the skull of a skeleton.
Copper, what do you make of this?
Godbert is busy.
Copper's busy.
Busy failing.
Busy failing constantly.
Yeah. Well, let's go ahead and
Ah.
roll some dice here.
Well, I guess you're just gonna pummel into the back of these things.
We should try and see who's winning,
winning and yeah.
maybe pick off the outside ones. Try not to get involved, and right in the middle. So again, silent, but just try and shoot the ones that look the biggest or the ones that are winning, I would say.
Okay.
So what can we see with Sigurd's
Well,
My elf sight.
perception? Yeah, with a +4 there.
as you are stood there with this battle erupting in front of you, swords clashing, God, but there is something unusual that seems to be happening. In front of you, you notice the air swirling right in the midst of your entire group, as it is apparent that a spell is being cast in your vicinity. You can even hear the words being chanted from within the battle. I will give you an opportunity to dispel,
Okay, doke.
if you wish.
Sure. It's a reflex.
I would assume so, seeing some mumbo-jumbo being, let's say, summoned right in front of you. That's not quite
He's
gonna do
out
it.
of form today.
Okay. 4, 5, 6, 7. I am going to say to everyone who is there at the moment within your group, a swirl of smoke gradually spins for a split second in the air around you, absorbing itself into a tiny pinprick before setting out a shockwave of powdery mist, blasting you back slightly. I'll ask everyone to take 12 damage, mitigated by toughness, but not armour. I'll ask you to apply that to yourselves. That's going to hurt a little bit. So, Sigurd, that will be...
I'm down.
Oh no, Sigurd, not already. Okay.
Hang on, with all of our armor, don't they have toughness on? I don't know how to calculate this.
Armor basically doesn't work. So you look at your toughness bonus. So your toughness bonus is 4. So it'll be 8 wounds for you. So I'll do that for you.
It's 4. Oh, okay.
Is Gotts is a tough motherfucker, isn't he, with all of those wounds? He's got 4 as well, so he's going to be taking 12. The 12 minus, so he'll just be taking 8, still being on.
The hell was
11.
that?
Godbert, oh dear, Godbert's going to be down as well.
Yeah. He's What's the one where you say no doesn't happen?
Fate.
8.
Is it
I mean,
fate?
Do you want to see?
No.
Yeah, it would be a fate to ignore it. But we can see what the critical is first.
Yeah.
We have a critical for Sigurd first. Twisted ankle. And a
That makes sense. Got knocked back.
critical for Godbert. Hey! There you go. In the grand scheme of things, not the worst thing in the world. 1d10 rounds. Can you each roll me 1d10, please?
7.
Okay. It's not the same without music. Wow. I should have said just Godbert and Sigurd,
was
so
gonna
that's
say,
my
I don't
mistake.
think it's for
Yeah,
gods.
that's my mistake for being a potato. Okay, so, having been blasted, Godbert, Sigurd, both of you, unfortunately, have a prone condition. You're either going to need some very quick medical attention or a resolve to stand up and make some sort of plan. But for now, I will say a couple of the undead are attempting to make their way toward you. So, time is of the essence. And I need to actually activate the combat encounter with music that is still being a dick. I really have gone off of Foundry recently. It's glorious and fantastic when it's not doing this to me constantly. Right. I don't have access to a combat encounter. Well, marvellous. We're going to come back in 5 minutes. See you in a bit, guys. Howdy doody! I have turned off so many files. Hopefully things work. We now have combat. Godbert, you've been quite literally swept off of your feet by an explosive blast. You are currently on the floor. What are you doing?
Cussing by every god I know, probably. Cursing him. Wait a minute.
We're going to need a resolve to stand up if you're going to.
Yeah. Yes. Or wait, the prone gives you. What does it actually do?
You can't get up until you are healed.
Yeah, but can I cast a spell while laying down cozily?
Yeah, I think you can. Just all actions are at -20.
That's a bit much. Yep,
I think that's for
resolve.
attacks, so I could probably make the argument that you can still talk while on your front. Although language magic is a little different, but you're not technically language magic, so
Let's just.
I'll allow you a
circumvent.
-10 roll to casting while laying down.
No, still not.
Still not happy with that. Okay.
No, because it's a normal spell and I need more of that. So let's just use that resolve. Oh, there we go. To stand up, I guess.
Yep. Okay.
And then I will just try. I will try this. And I'll try it like that, because that will give me 1.
So what are you doing? You are attempting to entangle. Who are you entangling in this crowd?
No, I'm channeling.
Ah, you're channeling. Right, okay.
Yeah,
So you're building up.
Yeah,
Okay.
but I don't know why it says 32 when my skill is 42.
Congratulations, 42. Hopefully that
There we go.
updated.
Yeah.
Skeleton. Okay. We are going to. We are going to just roll an attack. And we're going to see how this brave individual does against a horde of skeletons. Okay, wow. There you go. That was surprising. Skeleton Swarm is going to attack individual in response. So as far as what you guys can see, there are just shields and swords and spears clattering and colliding. Zombie Swarm. Okay, I've got 2 more attacks to make. And then you guys, and then Gotts is up. Although I didn't roll the initiative. So let's do that. Okay, I lied. Reinhard's up. 2 of you are missing initiative because I'm a potato. Reinhard, what are you up to?
So on this left hand, on the bottom side of the map, is there an easy way for me to get? Can I just like walk up? I don't want to clamber or climb.
Get
I just
slightly
want to,
higher ground. Yeah.
to walk up to higher ground.
Yeah.
And just
absolutely.
have a look very quickly at the battlefield. Can I see anything bigger or winning, or like what can I see at a glance?
At a very quick glance, there is just a mush of flesh and skeletons bashing each other. The caped individual stands out slightly, and they seem to be dueling with some sort of shadow.
Okay. I'm going to target the closest thing. I think getting the attention of the shadow or the big guy at this stage is probably not good.
Okay, so if you could do me a favour and target the zombie swarm, the one with the name.
The swarm,
that is
yes,
the one that
okay.
you will be attacking, please. The rest are just here for artistic assistance.
And I am going to shoot at the closest.
Okay, it's a swarm,
Zombie.
plus 40.
Okay.
And range, plus 60. You basically can't miss. You just fire into them. Hopefully you'll hit one.
You have to unpause the game.
It is not
paused for me.
paused on my screen.
It's not paused for me.
Please restart, just in case.
Yeah.
Interesting, though. Right, 11 damage done. Cool. One of them, bolt goes straight through the thigh, same as before. You at least have figured out now that this is a pretty decent place if you want to pin a zombie. This skeleton's already gone. You can add yourself one advantage. I'll do it for you. Sicard, you are currently on the floor with a badly twisted ankle. What are you going to do?
Well, I should have 2 of those health tonics left, but I'm not seeing them.
You can drink a health potion if you have one.
3 toughness.
3
toughness.
wounds will be healed. Yeah.
Alright, I'll do that.
Okay, that will be your action for the round. I'll give you a movement though as well. So if you want to relocate,
I'll stand up.
yeah, well, fair enough. I mean, if you want to stagger anywhere, that is also an option available to you.
I will. Alright, there's my move.
Okay, there's your move. Cover the old man. Okay. Right.
Stones.
Protect the stones.
Don't touch my stones.
Protect his stones.
Filthy old man.
Alright, a couple of quick fire rolls. And oh dear. Okay. And one more. Swing a swing a swing from a slightly more heavily armoured looking skeleton. Okay. And there's actually a few less wounds. Okay, fine. Gots, you're up.
Rightio. So who's currently down at the moment? Anyone?
A couple of zombies have sort of ever so slightly positioned themselves that they are aware of your presence, but you do not have an imminent horde.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'll move in position to try and protect Seacard and Godbert.
Okay.
But also, I mean, more worryingly is, like, do we actually know where the kind of blast came from at all? Any kind of signs of the
Not
source?
for yourself. I would give you a clue that may be apparent to you that there is like a shadowy figure inside this mosh pit, and it was like a shadowy, smoky thing that exploded. That's the only 2 and 2 you can put together. But otherwise, Gotts is about as knowledgeable about magic as he is about astrophysics.
I mean, luckily Gotts studied astrophysics at university for 5 years. So,
Engineering School of Nuln.
Yeah, cool. Okay. I say I'll protect the group and
Okay.
just
Stepping in front. Pistol comes out.
I would rather not kind of be guns at the moment, so just sword out for the moment.
That makes sense. And
again,
defensive
just
action.
Indeed, yep.
Okay. Remember that. Zombie approaches, Gotts. Now you can use that defensive action. You, sir, are going to have to roll a +20 weapon check for me, please. Against a natural 1. It's about as good as it gets for that zombie.
Yeah.
That is still only 8 damage to your head. That is not the not the worst thing in the world. Okay, sticking with.
Yep.
Donk. Charges in. Can you roll me an easy endurance test, please?
Yeah, sure.
One of them with a club swings and just grazes the side of your skull. Not going to put you out, but it's going to hurt a little bit. And we're also going to take 1 wound because it's the end of the round. And that's what swarms do. Okay. Everything is fine. We now have a thing happening over here. What are we going to select from our little list? We are going to do a tangle. We are going to cast that. Okay. That is not going to work. Okay. Never mind. Nothing happens. God, but you're up. What's the plan?
Hang on. Yeah, I was busy channeling, so I'm just going to continue that. And I still have a 1.
Okay.
I had +2 on the other one. So this will be not this.
Please get another 88.
These rolls.
Oh my
Come
word.
on.
Jeez.
Well, apparently it's this.
Apparently it is.
And by the way, I now have 8 out of 7 corruption.
Okay. We'll come to that in a moment, I think. Well, after this.
Yeah.
Reinhard, how's it going?
I'm going to attempt to reload, but I'm going to survey the battlefield and just sort of start relaying this down
Reload
towards
and
my
a free perception check. So I'll give you an average perception because you've got high ground, and you can make your challenging range crossbow reload roll. So you should be able to, if you just try and shoot it again, it'll automatically do your loading test.
Oh, there's the extended test. Yeah, I was looking for that.
Yeah, so if you just click on the crossbow and you kind of try and shoot it, it'll automatically do the reload test. It's a nice way of doing it. That is enough to reload. You are ready to fire, and you can see 2 figures in particular dueling away. The skeletons seem to be forming around the shadowy figure. The other seems to be sided with the zombies. That is as far as you can tell. Although a good few of the zombies are headed in your direction now. Perhaps somewhat concerning.
So I'm focused more on the shadowy guy because something hit me. I have no idea what it was. Did I know it was like a shadow blast? This was at the beginning.
It's just like an explosion out of nowhere.
What the hell was that?
Yeah, you would have no concept of what that was.
Fine.
Okay.
So I'm going to point out that there's like a shadowy thing over there. I know some of the other guys have already seen it, but
I think that's about as articulate as we'll get. There's a shadowy thing over there.
Shadowy thing over there.
Sigurd, you're up. Dare you brave the swarm with 3 wounds?
With 3 wounds?
I mean, you've only got to survive. You've got to kill them in 3 rounds, and then you're fine. What's going on, Sigurd?
Yeah, well, I'm thinking.
I'm going to have to press you for an action.
Well, I'm going to gain another 3 wounds.
You're going to take another potion?
I'm going to take my last one, yep.
I'll give you that as a free action.
Alright, then I'll...
Engage. Swing away. Try not to fumble. You get your... Remember to tick the charging box. No outnumbering, though. 'Tis a swarm. Okay. A success. A successful hit. And eventually it may compute what the hell the damage is. But I suspect it will be... Did you target by any chance?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
It's a target.
Yeah, there you go. It is just being a dick. Okay, awesome. The post-test cancelled, and so we'll go for 8 damage and 9, 10. Ooh. There we go. Right, you charge in, successfully lancing one of the zombos. You are still alive. Skeleton Swarm will just attack this guy. By now, it seems like there's not many zombies left assisting this sort of questionable cloaked figure.
Guess they shouldn't have come after us then.
Yeah. Okay. Tomb Guard we are going to... There's just going to be lots of dice rolling here, but I'm sorry in advance, but part of me just wants to know what actually happens here. Oh, okay. Very spicy rolls. Okay. Skeletons are definitely overpowering the cloaked figure, Reinhard, in terms of your combat surveillance, what you can see.
They're really surrounding him and just hitting him.
Pretty much, just tearing into him. He's got a couple that seem to be fighting on his side, but he's not doing that well. Gots,
So it's not clear
no.
to me who's fighting. They just seem to be stabbing each other.
Indeed.
Okay.
Gots, you have a face full of zombies right now.
I do indeed. Yep, so melee with a sword.
Melee with a sword. Already targeted. Let's hope the opposed test works.
Yeah, average or challenging?
Challenging.
I'm on -10 as well.
Remove that, please. Tell the game to stop being a dick.
Yeah, it keeps putting -10 every time I click.
Where's the effects? Hardy, suave, cool-headed, new injury, torn.
Oh no.
Okay.
Reroll, dude.
Dear. Well, let's see how they do in response.
Yeah, but it's a fumble.
It is a fumble. -4 plays +2. That's going to be tough to beat. What's he going to do? A reroll?
I think we'll do a reroll.
It could happen. Close.
See a 99.
Still a loss, but no fumble at least.
Piss.
One advantage for the swarm. And zombie swarm is going to attack 50-50. We'll do it fairly. Oh no. 1DC. Comet, we go for Sicard.
How appropriate.
Roll 1DC. Okay, gods. A couple of the zombies swing their clubs at you. Sticks, a couple of sharp, pointy things. This looks like it might be a little bit easier to avoid. One defense challenging for me, please. Meanwhile... Okay. Nice, nice. Battle rages on elsewhere. Can I just have one defensive roll for you, Gots?
Yeah, you can indeed. How does one do that?
Just a... you typically would roll attack or dodge or whatever you like to oppose
Your combat.
Yeah, I can do a dodge. That's fine. Challenging. Yep. Cool.
Challenging indeed. You just have to beat like a -5. So I think, yeah, you had a -6 to beat. You're okay. Now, unfortunately, both of you do take 1 point of damage as you're in contact with a swarm. A thinning swarm.
Ooh.
Godbert, what's the plan?
Yep. Still, well, while he's channeling, he also grabs the pendant of the black cat he's wearing and rubs it a bit, seeing if he can get a little bit of luck out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously.
Wow. Does that not count as a major miscast?
No, because it's
channel. Good lord,
yeah,
God.
because it's a channeling, and I have a etheric attunement.
Godbert, while you're doing all of this, I might suggest that something that is distracting you is Esther consoling you. You seem to be having some performance issues with respect to magic.
Natasha has something for that.
Yeah, she does indeed. I don't know if it will fix your tongue, though. And I will say, in your ear, she is just quietly whispering, "Come on, you know the words. We've done this 100 times. Repeat with me." Make an intelligence test for me, God, but challenging, please.
that should be 45 because somehow I have an advantage still, but so plus
Okay.
3.
Okay. Godbert. She starts her sentence with the word Astrum.
I know that word. I think Leve comes behind it.
That's right, Leve. She says 2 more words. Now, what's the last word?
What, you asking me?
Yeah, she is.
The last word.
She's seeing if Godbert remembers it.
Leviosa.
It's been ages since I had Latin.
This isn't you. I will just for a GM communication say this isn't me asking you to make it up.
Okay.
This is me asking you if you have pieced something together. If Godbert has pieced something together.
He probably has.
He rolled well on the intelligence. I will say... We're going to come back to Godbert in a moment, I'm afraid.
Okay.
But... Because we've only got a few seconds for each of these, but all will make sense. Reinhard, over to you.
Shooting.
What are you shooting? Zombie swarm?
Zombie swarm, yeah.
Okay, there's enough of them there that you can just pick off one. Have a plus 60 for me, please.
Okay. Oh, right in the body.
That is tasty.
I've
16
got a
damage.
good view of these zombies right over the top of Sigurd.
I'll say that'll be 2 of them with the amount of damage you did. So one stumbling back onto another, both of them sort of collapsing, impaled with a crossbow bolt. Nicely done. Okay. This individual's going to have to think about their life choices in a moment.
Shit, no kidding.
Very much
That's what you
so.
get for stealing from me, you son of a bitch.
Oh, good lord, he wounds himself. Okay. Sigurd, you're up.
Come on, target. Target,
All right.
there you go.
I'm ready with my roll.
Stop putting a -10 in there, you prick.
I do need to figure out where that's all coming from, because I can't even see the... we can remove rat fever. It might be from that. But... Okay. Standard. Okay, well, a bad roll... Oh, there we go.
Whee!
We're finally in there. Crushed elbow. Extra 4 wounds. 16. And then we have the actual damage applied as well. So that all in all, I'd say that's pretty successful. Sigurd, with a flurry of blows, 3 of them fall to the floor. You
Starting
have...
to get a bit of advantage now, seeing a few going down.
You have about 2 left that you are currently fighting, Gotts and Sigurd.
Wunderbar.
Okay, what's going on over here? Oh dear. I'm having a very bad day. We'll skip those. Gotts, go ahead and do what you want to do.
Yeah, we'll do. Again, -10 or 0, 0?
I will
Challenging.
say... challenging, please.
Why?
Unfortunately, you lose your advantage. That may be enough. If we're lucky, that may be enough. 7 damage. Very close. That seemed to. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. By the time toughness and stuff kicks in, there is 1 zombie that is currently stood. I am no longer going to classify it as a swarm, so you're not going to take damage at the end of the round.
Yay!
For I am a forgiving GM.
Oh, bullshit! Hold on. I got some rat fever in my throat.
Godbert, can you roll me a easy intelligence, please?
Easy.
Yeah.
You changed your
Okay.
dice.
Yeah.
It takes you a moment, and she's trying to tease it out of you. Come on. You know this word. It's the one you always forget. Reminds you a little bit of something soft. Sound-
Muffin. Dang it.
Last time you saw a goose, and it reminded you of it. It'll come. The word comes to you, Godbert. This is the word that was whispered to you by some fey creature. Not that long ago.
Was it feather? I think it was
I
feather.
think it was feather. Godbert, you now have a sentence to say, having sort of staggered it, and you would know that it has no effect if one does such a thing, but you have a sentence you can say.
That's too many feather.
There's some other words in there too. We'll fill the blanks in. Can you go ahead and... Now, I have to just check your skills. I have to just add a skill briefly. Okay. Can you go ahead and roll me a language magic?
I had that skill.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, I couldn't find it. Oh, there you go. I hope you rolled the one with 10 advances in it.
Yeah.
Right. And to find out what happens, I'm going to tune back in 2 minutes, ladies and gentlemen, after a very quick fire. Dun dun dun. ladies and gentlemen. Cue dramatic music. Alrighty. Godbert,
Yes.
how loud do you say this phrase? Is this
Well, it's probably like Estrum Levi Feather. I'm just going with that for the moment. Estrum Levi Feather. Estrum Levi Feather. You know, something like, oh, they've got it. Yeah, that's it. Rah.
And when you've got it, because you will be aware that if you do not say it with enough panache, it may not take effect.
Oh, I'm full gusto.
So we're thou shall not pass.
Yeah.
Old man with a stick. Okay. Gobbet, shouting as loudly as you can this, as far as you're aware, unrehearsed spell. Sigurd, Gotts, and Reinhard, Godbert is shouting something incredibly loudly. This isn't something you've heard before. I would ask you if it grabs your attention in any way.
Yeah. Absolutely. I'm looking at him, astounded that he can, like if he's been hurt or something, because I don't know what the words mean.
Okay.
Foreign tongue.
Checking that he's not dying on the floor or you know, got a spear thrown into him.
Yeah, full attention.
And Sigurd.
I mean, I have enough wherewithal to hear it and be cognizant, but I'm too concentrated on not getting speared by a zombie to turn my back.
My head's turned, but my body and crossbow is still pointed into the battle.
Okay. Godbert.
I start yelling prayers to Sigmar.
In front of you, Godbert, as you bellow out these words, is a small grain of smoke that shifts from a soft, subtle grey to a little spark. It's the size of maybe a piece of sand. You have a split second. What does Godbert do upon seeing this?
Puts all his will behind it, I guess.
Okay. Looking intently toward it. Godbert. From that tiny little speck, little miniature Big Bang fills the air. Of light, however. The entire radius around you, as far as your eyes can see, suddenly are filled with a piercing white light. One that does not feel unusual to you, however, and one that you can actually look at comfortably. Reinhard and Gotts, however, are now blinded.
Yay.
And after we've added the conditions there, Sigurd, as far as you're concerned, something behind you has just lit up the heavens. The undead in front of you fall to the ground. Not all of them, but a few of them. The mosh pit that is fighting also staggers, the majority of them flopping and flailing ever so slightly, and all eyes turned towards yourself. Even the two that were dueling.
Start coming towards us.
For now, simply eyes are on you. Don't worry, being blinded isn't the worst thing in the world. It's a -10 to hit. Reinhard, you can make out some shapes and figures. This light is gradually fading away. And Gobbert, just as a little side note, your fingers are glowing.
Cool.
Reinhard, what are you up to?
I'm going to attempt to reload my crossbow, practically with my eyes closed or blinking, looking at the floor.
Okay. Make a roll. It will probably put a -10 in there.
Okay. Yeah, I'm good. I managed to have muscle memory. I've,
Is it
reloaded this a lot of
needed
time.
for a crossbow? I assume so. Yeah,
It does say
reload
1 SL, yeah.
So there you go. Successfully reloaded, ready to go. This young fellow is taking advantage of the moment. Is going to run. Not fleeing, just marching in the other direction. Actually, he takes 5 steps and then simply, as if a giant fist from the sky, an invisible one, crumples into dust. Just simply collapsing in front of you. Leaving the rapier on the floor. Sickard, you're up. You have now...
I have clear line to sprint towards my sword.
Yes. It's also
With the
towards a
blinded
mosh
condition.
pit, but Sickard fortunately wasn't looking, but
Oh,
because he's not fun like that. So
Why would I take my eyes off? Who's trying to stab?
because someone might need help. It's all right. Reinhard and Gots are cool. So Sickard, you can do an athletics test to sprint. You do, however, have a little something that's going to make that more challenging, which comes in the form of a twisted ankle. If I remember correctly.
Was it 4 turns or 8 or 7 turns? I can't
it's
remember.
both 4 turns, so I think both of you rolled the same. But I don't believe that we've had 4 turns since then, but let me just find the frickin' injury.
I think that was in the last fight. I think we're way past 4 at this point.
But
Twisted ankle.
no, it was in this fight that you had the twisted
Was it?
ankle.
Oh, that's right, when I got knocked down.
Yeah,
There you
both
go.
of you took it when being knocked down. I don't...
Yeah.
We are actually on round 4, so sure. Fine.
I mean, either way, if you want me to roll it.
It was at the beginning of the fight. We're on round 4 now. It's fine. You can roll an athletics to see how far you can get.
Whoa.
Pretty far.
He
I
really
would
wants
say.
this sword.
So you can sprint over, grab the sword. What direction are you going in?
Well, what do you mean? I'm just gonna, once I get to the body and pick up my sword, I'm gonna turn around and face what's ever still standing.
Face the mosh pit of scallywags. Okay. Skeleton Swarm, in that case, is going to go for you. Is it? You have just run close. 50-50. 60-40. You're 1 to 60. Because you are closer. And you've picked up the sword. Miraculously. They actually go towards Gots. Trying to head through Gots, I would say, if one wants a visualization of what's actually happening here.
Unfortunately, Gots can't do anything because Foundry has crashed. I tried to restart it a few times and unfortunately still got a blank screen.
Oh dear. That's a bit potato.
Yep, so it says you can wait for it to become responsive or exit the page. Foundry, virtual tabletops, download virtual... Oh, bro, okay.
I'm going to just roll at you and tell you what it says.
Oh, cheers,
Okay,
thanks.
they rolled a 98, so you would have a...
You're targeting both somehow.
Yeah, fancy that. So you would have... Can you do a roller D100 dice thing on like Google or your phone or something?
Yeah,
if you,
sure.
If you can't get in, we've done worse. Basically, I just need you to tell me with the roll of 1D100.
A natural 1, I think.
I will edit your roll to say whatever you get.
Cool, 44.
That, sir,
And a crit.
is a critical in response. So one of the skeletons, even while blinded, you're able to just cleave out its femur from its hip socket, and it collapses to the floor in a heap. And you do also win against the swarm and not take any more damage. Now it's actually you to attack, Gots, so or run, as the case may be. You have advantage. You have a swarm of skeletons upon you, probably about 6 of them. What would you like to do?
What's the kind of party consensus? Is everyone giving it legs, or so? What's happening around me? Is everyone running away, or is it just?
Thus far, you're the quickest to act, I would say. So you're
In that case, I'll yeah, that's fine. I'll hold my ground.
You're going to hold your ground. Okay.
Ooh, and I've loaded in. Fantastic.
There we go. So
Great news.
you can make your attack for me, please, when ready.
Can do. I'm guessing we've got everyone's attention now. Everyone knows we're here. Yes.
Yes.
Can I use pistols in a hand-to-hand combat? I think
Yep, there's
Indeed. You can indeed.
Cool. Let's use my totally not cursed pistol.
Can you roll me a willpower check, please?
Okay. Easy, challenging,
Average.
average. That one modified 10, so put it down to 0, and cool.
You are blinded slightly. Okay. That's not
So
too
that'd be a
bad.
+1 then
Right.
instead of a +2 because of the blind. I think that's a real
I
minus
think
10.
I might have factored it in. Who knows? But it's a hit, and now you can target that skeleton swarm, the closest skeleton to you, and roll me a totally not cursed pistol, and it will be you're in combat, so it doesn't actually count as like point blank or anything like that now, but you do have some advantage. It will be a +10 in total.
Apparently it's 70, but I'll put it down to 10, that's fine. Okay, cool. So modifier 10, just
Modifier 10.
challenging then.
Modifier
Yep,
10
cool.
challenging. Yep, and I'll give you an extra bullet or 2 as well, because you seem to be. There we go. That is nice. Clean through one of them into the one behind and makes a pew noise, apparently. It's somewhat confusing. But the one in front of you just is, I assume, through the center of the sternum and spine, the body just sort of peels open in front of you, falling to the floor. And you can have yourself another advantage after all that. Then
Splendid.
you take 1 wound because you're against a swarm and you lose your advantage. You're welcome.
Yes.
Vampire Thrall of questionable name. Magic. Okay. One of these. 2 overcasts. Apply entangle. Apply it entangle. So that will be 1, 2.
Can I
Sicard,
do a dispel?
you can certainly try.
Oh, I fail.
Too busy getting over your previous spell. Right. Sicard, around your feet, the shadows seem to be grabbing at them, making it difficult to maneuver your legs. Very difficult. You're kind of stuck in the mud, only this mud is gripping hands made purely of shadow. Godbert, you're up.
Yeah. That light thing seemed to work. Let's try that again.
Roll me language magic.
With his glowy hands, a natural 1.
Oh boy!
That'll
Wow,
do
wow,
it.
wow.
That'll do
Oh
it.
boy!
Okay,
That'll do
okay.
it.
So
Jeez.
the same blinding flash. I will say that Godbert and Reinhard are like, oh crap, look away. And at least
I know he's not getting murdered this time. so-
2/3 of the skeletons in front of you are, and you see this clear as day, dear Godbert, they are almost burned away as if in a intense furnace. Though just simply by light, they start crumpling in front of you.
The power of Sigmar compels you! Something like that.
There is but a couple left. Reinhard, you're up.
I'm gonna target and shoot. Modifiers put 70. I assume it's not 70.
No. It
I
is
do
a
have an
swarm.
advantage.
Yeah,
don't I?
it's not technically a swarm anymore. There's two of them.
Okay.
So plus 20. With your advantage 30.
What about the blind?
And back down by 10 again.
Yeah, cool. Got to factor everything in.
Well, that'll do it.
Oh.
Okay, and
Jeez.
that will actually... Oh, my God.
It's either run or fall with the
Okay.
rolls this time.
Another one of them cleanly impaled through the centre of the chest. And you would think hitting a rib cage is kind of difficult with the amount of holes in it already. Not for you. Straight into the sternum, rib cage collapses in on itself, and without anything to support it, the skull just topples from the above this creature. Sicard, you're
I reckon I hit it right in the backbone. It just peeled that straight out of it.
Yep. Did the job. Did the trick. Sicard, you're up. Currently being grabbed by shadows.
I'm gonna stare at the misty figure while I'm gonna stare at the misty figure while I start yelling prayers, and then using my newly acquired sword to start swinging at the shadows around my feet, I guess.
Okay. Sure. We'll go for a swinging at them roll. So just roll an attack. They're only grabbing your feet at the moment, so there may be a couple of modifiers that come in once you. Nope, seems fine. Does it have movement? Who knows? Anyway, there are too many of them. It would seem to swing at. So many shadows. When you swipe at one, two more take its place. Gots, you have one more attack to overcome.
Okay.
43 to beat. You can roll your defensive roll. I might just get me a juicy bit of Gots here.
Okay, any modifiers?
No.
In his head again.
Yeah, they're determined to bop him.
Yeah.
11 damage to the head. That probably will be a critical wound.
Gonna re-roll that.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Just don't get worse. That will do it. Now you don't take a critical wound. Congratulations. And it's your
Good
turn
dodge.
in response.
Good dodge.
Yeah, very good dodge. So, Gots, your final attack.
Yep, another one of the Teddy awesome Cursed Not Pistols.
Okay. You pull another one out and aim,
Another
and this
willpower?
will be one-on-one. Yeah, another willpower, please. Average. So far, so good. You can target, you can attack. Okay. Uh-oh. That is only a fumble, though. It doesn't explode in your hands, although that was a ranged black powder test opposed. So I think what it did was just load it. So now it's loaded. Let me just change that to a 66, which I think is actually... Yeah, that is actually a misfire.
Okay.
So... How are you doing for rerolls?
No, none left.
Okay. Might be a corruption point moment, because it's exploding in your hand.
I thought they were reliable.
Well...
This was the one that I was playing with.
Right, okay.
It was
Yeah,
lies.
okay. Sure.
Okay,
Let's-
right click, take a dark deal to reroll.
I'm kind of, in all fairness, I'm really fairly high on my corruption. I'll have to take it.
You could just take a random critical to your arm, see what happens.
Yeah, go for it. Blow it off.
Okay. 15 damage.
Definitely you
That
down.
is a lot. Arm critical. Clean break. An audible crack resounds from the blow. It strikes your arm. Drop whatever is held in it and gain a broken bone minor injury.
That is very bad.
Just got a broken arm.
I think you should have used your weapon or hit it.
So a broken bone
improvised.
minor injury. You're down to one limb as the other is too painful to use and may require binding. You take a -20 to all tests that rely on the use of two hands, and you cannot wield two-handed weapons. Should the lost hand be your primary hand, you take the customary -20 penalty to melee tests made with a weapon, healing, etc., etc. Basically, it will last for about 2 sessions, or 3. So you've got a dicky hand. You can fire if you're offhand, which is also a -20 to shoot with, but it's basically a bad day. However, you didn't get any more corruption, so that's good. Now, Vampire Thrall here is going to run. Is actually just going to run. Sprinting in the other direction. Let's roll a athletics test for it. Agility. And that will be one of those. Probably with some extra bonuses too. Oh my good lord. Goodbye. Well and truly gave it legs. Okay, Reinhard. One skeleton still swinging at Gotts, who is actually on the floor now, prone, and has seemingly just had a misfire with his weapon that's exploded in his hand. And that's not even by the cursed mechanic.
Leaving the crossbow on the perch or floor. No,
Yep.
I'll put it on the floor. So dropping the crossbow, I grab my light-handed weapon, shield, and jump down.
I don't.
I'm
Charging.
gonna try and jump on top of it as a sort of charge jump thing.
Yeah.
A heroic leap, like when I did the rats. Let's see if that actually works.
Okay. Swing away.
With my
I'll
2
roll
advantage.
preemptively. And that is a very decent roll. With a torn thigh, which is an extra 3 wounds. That
I
is
really like going for the legs
a very,
today.
very, definitely a
Sure,
thigh
another
man.
halfling.
Yeah. That's enough.
How I jump from up high and hit it in the leg, I can imagine what's happened. Maybe it was stumbling back or looking forward as Gotts is lying on the floor in front of it. I'll just sort of like jump down and try and stab it and use my buckler and hit it in its knee or something. Oh, superhero pose when you jump off a ledge. That's why I was on the ground.
That'll do. That'll do. It is quiet in the town. Very quiet. Completely silent, in fact.
I'm gonna go and pick up my crossbow.
Your crossbow's picked up, and Gotts is ignored.
You're right, Guts.
I've been better.
Let me see that.
Wow.
Yeah, that should do it.
You remembered
Oh wow,
how to heal
appreciated.
people.
That's
You can heal others, just not yourself.
7?
8 wounds. 8.
Oh, much better, thank you.
Am I able to move yet?
Yep. The hands faded as this individual was running away.
I'm gonna look down that alley. I guess I can't see him.
No sign at all.
Not with that agility. Oof.
We're right in front of the manor house.
Yes.
Come down and check on
The door
Gots.
is
Help him
still
up if he needs it.
intact.
Cheers. Appreciate it, man.
The door is still intact.
Yep.
If I push on it, does it open?
Nope. Doesn't budge.
Hmm. There's no windows on this level.
Yeah. There's a couple.
I'll go to the window and look in.
Barricaded from the inside. Looks like a wardrobe's been pushed in front.
What was his name again? Oh, this Lord
Engelbrecht.
Engelbrecht.
Yeah.
I'll holler in. And use his name. And then
Okay.
see if I get any response.
Well, Sicard, you do. A few moments later, there is a murmur from within. And you see one of the wardrobes be slowly and cautiously slid to one side, and a nervous-looking servant looks out towards you.
Is the Baron still here?
They nod without saying a word and sort of nudge toward the door. You hear some
Open up.
scraping and bumps.
Yeah, we'll slip in fast.
Okay. And if only copy and paste would work. Don't worry, you'll be here in a bow. Copy, back to there, paste. There we go. Where are you, Baron Engelbrecht? Well, while I find Baron Engelbrecht, who is sat in the chair opposite you, for now I'll just put Wigless there, but I'll find the fucker. There are about 4 or 5 servants and 2 guards still here.
Ah, Sigurd, you've come to save me.
Baron, what in the ever-living hell is going on here?
They came in the night. The last night. And we have been here since.
Oddly, the table is still stocked full of food, and he's in the process of eating.
Ah. Have a seat. We should celebrate.
Celebrate?
You have saved me. Have you not?
Gottbert, could you do something about Gotz's arm? Put it in a splint? Something?
Oh, did you do that?
I thought you just spit on it and heal him.
Oh, yeah. Spit is better than a splint.
Gott, sit down for a bit. Rest.
Yes, we'll do.
I'm gonna go over, but I kind of push the chair back. I don't sit down this time.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna lean over the table and just be like, what in the name of Sigmar is going on here?
I do not know. There have been dead hounding our door for the whole of the last. Well, it seemed like a long night. And
How did they get into city walls?
they were already in. My former citizens. Seemed
Did
like
you see?
a fever or something. There were rumors, but I quashed them. A plague, maybe. I do not know.
It smells like dark forces to me, not so much a sickness or a plague.
Probably. I am more knowledgeable about wine and cheese than I am about the dead. Could you pass
Where's your dad?
the Stilton, please?
I'll just kind of use the back of my hand to slide the cheese towards him.
Thank you. He's upstairs resting.
So you didn't see the shadow figure or some kind of undead knight outside?
Oh, I have been keeping away from the windows. The dead have been watching them. I did not feel the need to watch back.
Did anyone else in your town survive? That you know of?
I would hope you could tell me.
It doesn't seem like it.
We saw only the dead coming in.
Well,
There's no sounds on the street except for burning.
that is problematic.
I would say so. I would say so. Low be it to me to judge, but maybe instead
Don't mind me.
looking at investigating reports or rumors probably would have been better than just eradicating them off, right? But, like I said, not my place to judge the Barons.
He goes to drink from his left hand, and the bottle goes halfway up to his mouth before he sort of, his face grimaces in a little sharp, piercing pain. Lowers the bottle back down, uses his other to lift and drink.
Are you alright, Baron?
Oh, just a rash. Perhaps a little too much pork.
Would you like my physician to take a look?
I will be just fine. Nothing a good meal won't fix.
Oh, what time is it, GM? Is it getting about morning or so yet?
Probably an hour away from daybreak. If there were any crows around or chickens, you would probably hear them right now, but
But there's nothing.
I suspect they're all somewhat roasted. Yeah.
What about your dad?
He has been upstairs. Resting. He told me he was tired.
How long has he been up there?
Most of the evening. He doesn't cope well with stress.
Would you like my physician to check on him?
Sure. Just speak softly. He is delicate.
I understand.
Temperamental, rather.
Gottbert, would you like to look in on his lordship?
Yes, I would.
Reinhard, would you accompany him? Just don't go in, just in
Yep.
case.
Will do. Keep a lookout. Follow Godbert, but don't go into the room.
Baron, what else can you tell us? Sounds, noises, smells, anything. Have you got any reports on what's been going on?
takes his drink and has a good sniff.
I have not heard or seen much. Although it would appear the forces I paid for are late. I hired some 20 troops. It would seem my fortune that they have been delayed.
Let's hope they're just delayed and not waylaid.
Indeed. I will send a messenger, assuming the coast is clear.
Looks to one of the servants who's like, oh god, not me. Please no.
Where did you order the troops from?
From a connection in Old Dwarf. Some mercenaries I wanted to recruit so that we could converse with that tart to our south.
Well, I hate to point out blatantly obvious situations, but I think there's slightly more pressing matters at hand.
He does not look like he agrees.
There are a few things more pressing than dealing with treachery.
Would you please enlighten me on what your beef with her is?
Yes. Pass the beef, please.
I'm gonna try to move it towards him because I'm guessing it's like the size of a thigh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you. A personal matter.
Make a charm test, please. Challenging.
I gather it's
His demeanour is more frosty all of a sudden.
charm.
During this,
Challenging.
what's God's up to? Bed.
Sat down nursing wounds at the moment.
Okay. There is a table full of food and booze, so it is offered up freely. So if you wish
If
to
it's ever
partake,
offered to me, then yeah, I'll have some food.
okay.
But we'll just intrude and help myself.
Looking you dead in the eyes, Sicard, Engelbrick.
I don't even blink. I'm just staring at him the entire time, trying to figure out whether or not I need to stab him in the throat because I can't tell if he's turning or something. But yeah, I'm just staring at him.
We were once far closer than we were now, due to be married, until she bared another man.
While you were engaged?
While. And now you appreciate why she must die.
I mean,
The stain on a man's reputation. Saying the word stain, he sort of looks down at his clothing slightly and starts brushing away some
Yeah.
crumbs.
you got beef grease and cheese smeared all over.
All sorts.
The stain on our reputation cannot be tolerated. Adultery met with death. Or at the very least, a good jewel.
A good jewel or duel?
The latter.
What did he? Oh. Good. Wait.
It is customary. The two of us would see to matters personally, though she has declined my last two challenges, leaving me with little choice.
Meanwhile, in the bedroom, we have Godbert and Reinhard. Am I correct?
Yes.
Outside. I'm outside. I'm not going in.
Okay.
Wait at the door, Reinhardt.
Yep.
Two of you will not have vision for this scene because it's just...
And I'll just say to Bert, you know, shout out if you need me in there. Otherwise, I'm just going to be sitting, standing outside the door,
Okay.
listening for Bert's voice.
Okay. Godbert?
Mm-hmm.
The room is oh so very dark inside. There is just a tiny candle beside the bed that provides a minuscule amount of illumination. There is a stiff breeze in the air, cool, and the window shutters flapping to your left. Ahead of you the bed, and under the sheets you can see what looks like it could be an old man resting. Godbert,
Yes.
how you doing?
I would like to... let's see, I'm looking at magical sense. You are able to sense the wind of magical knowledge. You attempt average intuition test. I want to see if this dude is can do magics.
Okay. Well,
Before I do anything else, open my mouth, just enter the room, look at him, and try to ascertain that.
there you can roll me that test. This is at a distance before you approach.
Yeah.
Sure.
Average intuition.
Okay. There is a trace of magic in the air, but only a trace. And, moving toward the bed, there is a trace of a person. What you see in front of you as you approach Godbert are two eye sockets that do not contain eyes, a mouth that does not contain a tongue. As far as you can tell, it is a boneless pile of flesh that has been left.
He sighs. Reinhardt, you can come in.
Can I come?
Yep.
Yeah.
Walk up.
Gonna need a cool test from both of you, please. This is for that funky thing we call corruption.
Oof.
I'm gonna use another fortune.
I don't want one of them. Godbert can take one. Now's probably a good time to check on Godbert's table.
Yep.
So, Godbert. Do you want to roll me a 50-50? I think it's, what, 1 to 49 is physical and 50 plus is mental?
Yep.
So I don't know which one that is.
Yeah.
Neither do I.
Okay, do the coin again,
Cool.
but a skull is mental.
I'll get it.
Okay, fitting at least.
Yeah.
Fitting. We will go with mental corruption. Let's roll the table.
Unending malice.
Well,
It's pretty much his natural disposition anyway.
yeah. Well, I feel like it's not the worst and maybe a little bit fitting
Yep.
for the direction he's heading in.
He's
So,
just angry, wants to hurt anybody.
yeah, I dig that. We're gonna just tick that over there. Sadly, it is to any test. So, I mean,
Any test, not just attacks.
Any test not hurting another, but plus 10 on tests to hurt. Does that mean I get plus 10 on every attack?
yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
I would say spells
if
that
you're
inflict
doing-
damage will give you that.
We have a new
Consume
Slayer.
alcohol.
Yeah. And you lose 3 corruption points. You lose your willpower bonus corruption
Yeah.
points, I believe. So
So I'm at 7 out of 7.
Oh, Jesus.
everything's fine. Everything's fine. I will, though, say that for whatever happened today, you lose 1.
Oh, cool.
Despite your new malice, there is also a slight peace that has arrived with your new knowledge, whatever the hell it is. Gentlemen, I believe you have many conversations to be had, but we do not have too much time. So what I will ask you is, firstly, how do you get out of here? Rex, what are you doing there? It's Goldplate, you're dead. So, yes, what are you saying to Baron Engelbrecht?
Me?
Yeah.
They haven't come downstairs yet?
Gobert Reinhard, do you call the others, or...?
Going Gobbert's.
Reinhardt, get Sigurd over.
Yeah, go downstairs, go get him.
They're upstairs,
You're
magically.
just going to leave me? Please don't.
He's gonna eat you.
I can help Gots up as well, yeah.
I'm gonna hold up this
I'll
the
send-
skin sack with my staff, dangle it around.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I'll send Sigurd up first and then help Gots up because Godbert specifically asked for Sigurd first.
Well, the two of you can stay down there.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll go up.
So I'll send Sigurd up and stay with Gots and help him nurse and bandage.
Okay. Gobert and Sigurd.
Oh, for the love of Sigmar, what in the hell happened?
Well, either something consumed him, or he shed his skin, or he wasn't. He was already something else entirely, which we already.
Like somebody was wearing him like a suit?
Yeah.
Like, whatever took your daughter?
Yeah, that passage you read in the book.
We should get back to Tom quickly.
Yeah. Post haste.
So we'll go back downstairs.
Oh, and before we go, I think, I don't know, but at some point we need to take this fat fuck out of office. Maybe,
We'll have to take this to the Grand Theogen and the Emperor. There's nothing I can do about it right now.
might be a good position for your cousin.
Oh. Jody?
Oh, yeah. Who knows?
Yeah, I might have to take another trip to Outdoor with them. I gotta get out of this room. It's disgusting.
Okay. So, what do you say to Baron Engelbrecht?
Good
There.
luck.
Not saying anything.
Good luck.
Okay. And I guess you briskly leave.
Oh, Godbridge is just out of the door immediately.
I think I'll carry all of Gotz's stuff, any bags or pouches that he's got, and just get him to ride carefully on his pony home.
Okay.
Godbert sit with Sigurd again, and I'll be on the horse with all the equipment from me and Gotz. Don't need to go so fast this time.
Yeah, thank you much, Lee.
Baron. How long has your dad been upstairs?
perhaps.
Have you or no one else checked on him?
One of the servants went up to take some food.
Did we see food when we were up there?
There might have been a small plate on the side of the bed.
I think your house was breached in the night then, Baron.
He stands up, just curious what you're sort of hinting at, and just goes upstairs himself.
I'll walk up behind him while the other guys are getting the horses.
Okay. And when he is confronted with what is in front of him, I assume you put it back on the bed?
Put
Yeah.
what back on the bed? I didn't touch it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we didn't touch it.
He falls to his knees in front of you, Sigurd, and immediately begins to mourn whatever has happened.
Like, honest, I should do it.
Yeah, you should
What
do a
is it?
thing. Roll an
Is
intuition.
that intuition? Yeah. Challenging.
Challenging.
Oh.
Seems
How many
believable.
rerolls do I have? I have one. Oh, I have two left. Come on. Yeah.
That's
Wow.
better.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually seems to be genuinely mourning whatever's happened to his father, combined with the horror
How
of
tall is he?
whatever this is. The man you're stood next to,
Yeah.
slightly smaller than Alf.
Like, so I'm 6'4". He's taller than me standing.
No, he's probably about 6'4" in height, but
Okay.
he's probably 4 of you wide.
Oh, of course, I'm a skinny little shit.
Yeah, he's a shit brick house.
You said he just kind of goes to his knees and starts crying.
Yeah.
I'll just put my hand on his shoulder, then start saying like the Morite funeral rite prayers, like the ones that they do
Yeah.
to the dead.
Your intuition will give you a slight warning in amongst your sixth sense. He grips a book down by his side, instantly scrunches it into a crumpled mess, and you know that he's going to turn from mourning into pissed off.
Yeah, I will go back downstairs.
And you can hear furniture being torn to pieces, thrown around the room, screaming and wailing coming from above you. Somewhat disturbing. And a good point, start rolling Endeavour table rolls, because we've run quite a lot today, apologies. Let's just roll them all at once, and I'll struggle to read them in time.
Oh.
So everyone just spam me your rolls. Let's see what awful things happen. We didn't even get to go back to town today. Old debts, you have a major or significant favour called in. Dealing with this will be part of your next session, Godbert.
Yeah, probably.
Okay. I will ask you, Godbert, if you think maybe Ron needs help, or maybe the old man needs help. I'll give you the choice.
I like Ron.
Okay.
He needs screen time.
Ron needs help. Minus 30 charm test for you got, and while you're rolling that, an opportunity has arisen to set up a guild within the Empire. Such an endeavour will take considerable effort to achieve. Should you wish, the time to act is now. Trades by politicians. It comes at a cost, however. One of your allies will break their allegiance. So basically, within Tarm, you have an opportunity to set up a proper formal guild of some sort. So like a notable road warden establishment. So you can have a sudden boost to something. However, there will be a cost to it.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
you can also
I'm-
think maybe the trading in towns suddenly gets a massive spike. But have a think on that if you like, and get back to me.
Yeah, I will.
One of your endeavours, Gots, is going to be having to get out of some trouble with some witch hunters. Probably because they smelled something a little bit off about you.
On your guns and horse.
You've got a little bit too much money for a coach driver, so you're going to have to go through like 50 questions of where did you get this horse and what's this all about. And by the looks of your role, it takes quite a while to wiggle out of that trouble. And you've also got a witch hunter that's hunting you now. That's fine. We had that last session. It turned out to be a big bad, so it was all good. One of the shipments of grain that came into the town is said to have sawdust added to it. No one falls ill. There is a rather unpleasant effect on one's constitution. Pass an easy endurance test or suffer from 1 point of fatigue next session. Your stomach grumbles like a bear. Sorry, Sigurd, but if it isn't bad enough to be beaten and bruised, I'll give you an average endurance roll. And I'll probably roll for a few NPCs next session as well, just to be...
It says easy endurance.
It says
Oh, sorry,
easy
easy.
endurance.
Yeah, sorry. Easy it is. On a 1440p screen, the text is not that big. I actually have to put my head next to it to read. So easy it is, you're fine. A few people in town, though, will be a little bit rough. Mental note. Next time I do those, remember to put rolls in brackets so you can actually find them.
Click on it, yeah.
Yeah, because I've read that 3 times, and yeah, there it is. Easy endurance. Never mind. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for stopping on by. Sorry for the technical difficulties, and Foundry, screw you for being a dick. But thank you, players, for being
Thanks for the rolls, Foundry.
Yeah, appreciate it.
It was magical, it was wonderful. No one died, but we do have a minor broken bone, a couple of dicky ankles, so people have
Mental
been
corruption.
Slightly more grumpy disposition.
yeah, a very aggressive old man now. Things are gonna get kind of
gonna fuck you up!
kind of steamy. I mean, I think that one actually is like the perfect mutation after today.
I think so
Like,
too, yeah.
He's going to be so pissed off about. Well,
Everything.
that's my assumption anyway. Yeah, especially knowing that like the douchebag that took his daughter.
At this point,
was maybe here.
it's taken or took. Taken.
Yeah, it's a given. That too.